and welcome to another video of Corpnce. Today we are going to see operators, especially the comparison and the identity operators. This video is for beginners who are finding it difficult to understand the difference between these two operators. So let's dive in. So before we jump in between these confusions that we have with these two operators, which is nothing but identity and comparison, let's see the operators one by one. The first one that I'm going to explain you is comparison operators, and here let's say I take two variables a and b, and a is equal to 5 and b is also equal to 5. Okay, and now comparison operators, the first operator I'll show you is nothing but a greater than b. That is what I'm going to type, and comparison operators will give you a boolean value. Boolean value is nothing but true or false. So here if I run this code, you can see I'm getting false, nothing but a is not greater than b because a is equal to b. Same way, if I try to do a less than b with the less than symbol, you can see I'm getting false again. That is nothing but true, false, it's right. And next I have to compare if a is equal to b. So here comparing, you use double equals to. A double equals b is nothing but if a is equal to b, and a equals b is nothing but you're assigning the value to a. So single equals to is assigning and double equals to is comparing. So here for comparing I'm getting true. And if I try to compare with greater than or equal to, so here this symbol greater than symbol then equal to means check if a is greater than or equal to. So when you do that, you're getting true because greater than is wrong, but when you're saying equal to, it is true. Same way, less than or equal to, and we have not equal to. In not equal to, it is nothing but you're saying a is not equal to b. That is nothing but false. So this is your overall comparison operators. Now let's see what identity operator does. In identity operators, you can see that it is also used for comparison, but the thing is, this one is comparing the memory location of it. Let me show you what I mean. So here I'll take the same example, a equals 5 and b equals 5. Okay, and in identity operator, what you do is you say a is b or a is 5, something. We'll say a is b for the time being, and here you can see it's giving me true. So this also gives me a boolean value, and the reason why it's giving me true is because a and b are the variables pointing towards the same memory address. The value 5 is located at the same memory address. Let me show you. So if I say print id of a, you can see that there is a number printed, that is nothing but the memory ID for this particular value 5, which is pointed by a, the variable. Same way, if I print ID b, you can see the same memory location is being printed. So now this identity operator just says true because both the variables a and b is pointing towards the same memory address. Same way, I can say a is not b, which will give me false, where I am giving the saying like a is not pointing towards the same memory address as b. That is why I am getting false here. So this is your identity operator. Now that you saw the difference between these two comparison operators, which is nothing but identity and comparison, here let's see the confusing part. When I have two variables, a equals 5 and b equals 5, and here I am using the comparison and the identity operator together. So in one print statement I am saying a double equals b, which is nothing but comparing those two variables, and the second line I am saying a is b. So here I am using identity operators, and if I run this, you can see I am gonna get true for both these operators. Now check out this part. When I change the value of b, let's say variable b, the value 5, I'll keep it as 5.0. Check this out. When I run this, you see, while comparison it is giving me true, while in identity it is already giving me false. Now as you already know these two operators, how they are working, I guess you already know the answer. So if I say before, when I run it as this, I'll check the ID for a and b. Okay, so print ID of a and print ID of b. Okay, now if I run this, you can see the variable a and b are pointing towards the same memory location, and value 5, and comparison operator doesn't care about the memory location, it is only comparing, whereas identity is checking the memory location. You know this part. Now what happens when you give 5.0, it is changing into a float. Float data type is nothing but very different from integer. So what happens, you cannot point towards the same memory location for a float. You have to create a separate pi object head. I hope you guys are clear with pi object head. If not, do check out the other videos where I have explained about it. So if I run this, now you can see identity operators have given me false, whereas comparison doesn't care about the data types, it just checks numerically 5.0 is nothing but same as 5. So in comparison you get true, but if you check the IDs for each, you can see ID B has changed its memory location because there is a new pi object head created for this data type float, which is nothing but pointed by variable B. That's all for this video, and if you found this helpful, do subscribe and see you all in the next video. Thank you.